How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're in a battle versus Max in the OU tier from the Discord server. And he's got a pretty cool looking team. They got a Grimmsnarl, Infernape, Great Tusk, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Monkey Dory, that's the one, and a Dondozo. So I think having the rain up is going to be pretty important. They have no weather control. So getting the weather up and all that and will be good for Tornadus. Tornadus actually goes really hard against their team as well. Which is great. So I think they lead off with Grimmsnarl. I'm just going to lead off with Politoed right off the bat and just get that rain up straight away, and then we'll just kind of go from there. I think the best thing for me to do is to switch into Vikavolt to avoid the paralysis from Thunderwave, and then we'll just start laying out Bug Buzzers and stuff. And the battle begins. Nice mask. That's cool, guys. They're going to lead off with the Grimmsnarl as expected, as we lead off with the Politoed drip over here. We're going to get some rain up on the field real quick with the drizzle. We've got the damp rock, so we know it's going to last as long as we need it to. Let's just go. We could go for an encore and encore into whatever move he decides to go for. That could be pretty cool. If they go for a light screen, for example, we can go for an encore and lock it in. Yeah, let's go for that. We'll predict them to do this light screen. Light screen comes through as expected, which is great. And then we're going to go straight for an encore, which is going to lock them into that light screen. So we don't have to worry about Reflect currently. We definitely don't have to worry about Reflect. So they probably switch out now, right? What do they switch into, though? Probably the Dondozo, I would say, to take a Surf. Because they've got Great Tusk and Blood Moon Ursaluna and Infernape, which definitely don't want to take it. So I think Dondozo is the play. So I'm going to switch into Vikavolt real quick. Vikavolt is definitely the right play to go for here. So there we go. Going to withdraw Politoed, and we're going to go into our Vikavolts. Let's see what they do here. Are they going to stay in and try and like light screens again or something like that? No, they're going to withdraw, okay, as expected. Are they going to go on Dondozo? That's the real question. Dondozo the Cloud Watcher. I like that name. That's a cool little name. Nice and shiny. I say nice and shiny. It's not very nice, really, is it? So we can just fire off a Thunder right now, but I think it's very likely they're going to switch into Blood Moon Ursaluna or the Great Tusk here, expecting a Thunder. So I think I'll go for an Energy Ball, just expecting one of those two things to come in. It'll hurt the Dondozo as well, so it's definitely worth doing. So we go for an Energy Ball. They actually stay in to tank it, and we just annihilate them with a critical hit. So the Dondozo goes straight down. I am very surprised they stayed in against the Vikavolt, to be honest with you. I would have definitely at least switched that into like the Monkey Dory or something to at least take like... Because it was pretty obvious I wasn't going to go for an Electric type move when you have Blood Moon Ursaluna and the Great Tusk there, right? So anyway, Blood Moon Ursaluna comes on in. We do not have a very good switch into this thing at all. That is very for sure. So we kind of have to either sack something off. I'm sure we can take at least one Blood Moon from this thing with our Assault Vest Okie Dokie. But I don't think it's the right play. I can't believe Vikavolt just one-shot that Dondozo with a crit Energy Ball. That's crazy. Crazy good. Crazy good. So what do we do here? We've got 3 knockoff users for some reason. I think the play is to sack off something, and I'm gonna see how much damage we take from the Blood Moon with the Okie Dokie. And the thing is, if the choice specs and they lock themselves into Blood Moon, they can't use it twice in a row. So I think we can definitely take a Blood Moon. So let's see how much damage this does to an Assault Vest Okie Dokie. It does exactly half. We tank that like it's nothing. That's crazy good. Crazy good right now. Let me mark Dondozo off as completely done and dusted. So looking at their team, I'd say they're probably going to Great Tusk right now. So I'm inclined to go for a knockoff here. Just expecting that to come in. Unfortunately, Okie Dokie doesn't get U-turn, which is annoying. So they are going to withdraw the Ursaluna, telling me they are probably choice specs locked into Blood Moon there. And they're going to go into Great Tusk the Peckish. Nice and shiny. I don't really like the shiny Great Tusk. That's why I changed it that one time. So we go for a knockoff real quick. That's going to knock off their leftovers, which is good to knock off. And now we're going to have to switch out. What do we switch into, though? I'd say Gliscor's our best bet. They might predict the Gliscor switch and go for an Ice Spinner. If they do, kudos to them. If they don't, so be it. We're in a good position. So I think I can definitely do this safely. So going to go into Gliscor real quick. I don't think they'll go for an Ice Spinner expecting us to switch. I think they go straight for the attack. So let's see how this works. They go for a knockoff, which is going to knock off our Toxic Orb, which means we no longer get the Poison Heal effect anymore, which is really unfortunate. Don't want Stealth Rocks up. I don't think it matters. I think going for a Toxic's more important. So I'm going to go for a Toxic real quick on this Great Tusk. I think that's going to be important for whittling it down. They do withdraw the Great Tusk. What are they going to go into? The Grimmsnarl? Grimmsnarl comes in. So Grimmsnarl comes on in. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. We go for a Toxic, which is great. And that's going to do, well, we don't get defog, unfortunately. So we can't even defog away the screens that are going to get set up here. So let's just see how this works out for us. I think if we go for a knockoff, we can minimize the amount of screen turns on one of the screens they set up. Not the first one, obviously, because they're going to go first. They go for a reflect. That's going to obviously bump a reflect up for 8 turns. Let's go for a knockoff anyway. Knock off their potential light clay. They have got the light clay, which is good to note. The rain is going to stop, which is good to note as well. Okay, so we definitely don't want to stay in against this thing, right? We could set up the stealth rocks. That's definitely a good thing we could do. They definitely set up the light screen now because the light screen has just wore off. So let's go for a stealth rock real quick. They actually go for a taunt. So they're going to taunt us. Fair enough. Gliscor's going to get taunted. No stealth rocks for us, which is just as good as rapid spinning them away. Toxic is going to take effect though on the Grimmsnarl, which is good to note. So knowing this thing probably doesn't even have an attacking move, it probably has parting shot, taunt, screens. I'm going to go ahead and switch out here. I'm going to go into Okie Dokie once more. And we'll just go straight for a gunk shot. Then we're going to withdraw Gliscor real quick. And we're going to go into our nice and powerful Okie Dokie. Okie Dokie over here. There we go. As they do make a hard switch on the Grimmsnarl. And they're going to go into what? The Great Tusk? Ursaluna comes in. Ursaluna comes in. So I don't want to switch. I can't switch anything in. I think the best thing I can do here is knock off its choice specs. I think that's the best thing I can do. Minimize the damage output that it's got. Close combat's not going to do much damage because of its natural physical defense and the reflect that's up. So I think knocking off its choice specs is going to be really useful. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. They do withdraw the Ursaluna. They don't want to lose them choice specs. And they're going to go back into Monkey Dory? Isn't that part psychic? We go for a knockoff. That's going to do a lot of damage to the Monkey Dory. That's for sure. As they knock off the choice scarf. So there we go. So we obviously can't take a psychic from this thing. No way can we take a psychic from this thing. But we have also lost our toxic healing on the Gliscor. So we haven't really got the best switching in the world to this thing. So I'm wondering what we can actually do here. I think Politoad's a good shout. I think Politoad is a very good shout because we can just like spam surf. Now that Zondozo's gone, we can just spam surf. So let's go into Politoad. There we go. Politoad comes in, gets the drizzle up, makes it rain as they go for a psychic. And hopefully this doesn't 2-hit KO us. It doesn't, which is great. So we can go straight for a surf now, which will definitely do a lot of damage to anything they bring in. So they go for a sludge wave, trying to get more damage off than the psychic would do. Doesn't work, but they do get the toxic chain off, which is going to badly poison our Politoad. As now we go for a surf, and this should take out the Monkey Dory. Yeah, we do. It does. So the Monkey Dory goes down, which is always nice and fabulous. Infernape, the former alpha, comes in nice and shiny. You gotta love it. Look at that beauty. So this thing's gonna definitely thunder punch us in the face, or it could even go for a fighting type move. I'm gonna go into Gliscor because I know this thing doesn't get ice punch. And we can definitely take a fire type move with the rain being up and everything. So let's go into Gliscor and take this thing on. Let's see how this works out for us. So there we go. They go for a U-turn expecting the switch. Makes a lot of sense. As they are going to be able to switch out and go into something else right now. In comes the Ursaluna. So like I said before, we do not have a good switch into Ursaluna right now. We definitely don't have a good switch into Ursaluna. So I've got a couple of options here. I can knock it off its choice specs and lower the power of it. I could Toxic it, which could miss. I could Stealth Rocks, which would be pretty useful, but not at the same time, because they have 2 ground types, 1 fighting type, and 1 Pokemon that's neutral. So I think I go for a knockoff here and get rid of that item. I think that's probably the best bet, as we knock off their Assault Vest. So they're actually an Assault Vest variant, which is interesting. So that means that is just pure power right there. That isn't even choice specs boosted. That's just pure power. So Blood Moon is going to take out Gliscor. The Reflect does wear off, though, which is really good for us. And we've got Vikavolt in the back here who wants to go for an Energy Ball if we can. I think Energy Ball is a good shout. I think Vikavolt can come in right now. So let's go into Vikavolt. There we go. We do have the Levitate ability, I believe. Yep, we do. So we are going to be they have to switch out here, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They've seen the Energy Ball already. They're probably going to go into the Infernape or the Grimmsnarl. Let's go for a Thunder. Let's just go for a Thunder. I know if they stay in here, this isn't going to work out well for us. But if they do switch out into the Infernape or the Grimmsnarl, it's definitely going to work out really nicely. So they withdraw the Ursaluna, which is great. They're not going to bring a Great Tusk in, surely. Infernape comes in. We made the right play. We made the right play, as this is definitely going to take out the Infernape. Its Choice Specs boosted, 145 base special attack. Infernape had no chance of taking that whatsoever, so we definitely made the right play there. And now they probably bring in the Grimmsnarl to get the light screen up and the Reflect once again. In comes the Grimmsnarl, so we're not in a bad position here. We're definitely not in a bad position. They can go for the light screen all they want. I'm going to go straight for the Thunder once again, just to get some damage off on this thing. They don't necessarily know what Choice Specs, because that KO'd the Infernape regardless of Choice Specs. So they go for a light screen, which is absolutely fine by me. Let's see how much damage this Thunder does despite the light screen. It's going to hit because of the rain. Does so much damage through light screen. That's crazy good damage. Crazy good damage. So now they probably go for a Reflect and let us take them out. So I'm going to go for a Thunder once again. If they do switch out here, which they don't, they go for a Spirit Break, which does nothing to us. Lowering our special attack though, as we go for another Thunder. And we get 3 KOs with Vikavolt. Vikavolt's definitely going in the thumbnail, okay? Vikavolt is definitely going in the thumbnail. That's for sure. In comes the Ursaluna. So Ursaluna is definitely a good switch here. We don't have a good switch into it. So I'm going to sack off Okidoki, because Okidoki is not doing anything for us right now. I may as well just sack it off to an Earth Power. And then they won't go for an Earth Power because I'm levitating. I may as well sack it off to a Blood Moon right now, because Blood Moon's definitely come in, or Hyper Voice. They do Terror. What Terror type are they going to go into though? That's the real question. What Terror type are they going to go into? The Fairy type. Interesting. So Fairy type Ursaluna Blood Moon is here. They go for a Moonblast. That's definitely going to take us out, isn't it? Definitely going to take us out. We live on barely any HP, and we get a special attack drop. Not that it matters. The rain is going to stop, and now we can go straight for a Gunk Shot real quick and get some serious damage on this Ursaluna. So they go for a Vacuum Wave, which it doesn't even KO us, as we go for a Gunk Shot and we miss. So that's a bit anticlimactic. Okay, let's go for a Gunk Shot once again. They go for a Vacuum Wave, which definitely KOs us, but I just wanted to see, just in case they didn't go for a Vacuum Wave, they might have expected us to switch or something, but they didn't. So the light screen is going to wear off though, which is a big key point here. Let's go back into Politoed. Let's get that rain back up. I think that's important. So we'll go Politoed real quick. We'll get that Drizzle up. There we go. We'll go straight for a Surf just to get some damage off on the Ursaluna first. There we go. Surf comes through. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage to the Ursaluna. Not enough to KO, and not even enough to 2-hit KO, but it's still damage at the end of the day, as Moonblast takes out Politoed. So Politoed does go down to the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Vikavolt's done so good this game, though. Vikavolt has done very good this game. So I haven't even needed to use Ogerpon. We could probably finish it off with Ogerpon, right? Yeah, looking at their team, we can definitely finish off with Ogerpon here. In the rain? Let's go Ogerpon. Like, Vikavolt's going in the thumbnail, but I definitely want to use Ogerpon this game. Ogerpon actually cleans up, I think. So let's go ahead and Terra into a water type. We'll go for the Ivy Cudgel. I think it's Cudgel, or is it Cudgel? Or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it. It doesn't matter. I'm saying Cudgel, okay? Get over it. Anyway, we're going to Terrestrialize into our Wellspring form, which looks amazing. And get that Body Aspect, which is going to boost our nice and powerful special defense. Not that it matters, really. It does kind of matter, because if this doesn't KO... if this doesn't KO... It does KO, though. If it didn't KO, then we could at least take a hit from this thing. We could definitely take a Blood Moon, that's for sure. So, down goes the Ursaluna. I'm pretty sure we win with Ogerpon right now, though. I'm pretty sure we win with Ogerpon. Could be wrong. The Great Tusk could definitely take a hit, but we are in the rain. So, you know, there's always a chance that it doesn't take the hit. So let's see how well it takes this hit. Let's go for the Ivy Cudgel real quick and see if this KOs. Ivy Cudgel comes through. And we're going to go for it and take out this Great Tusk. We do take out the Great Tusk. There we go. So Great Tusk didn't stand a chance in hell of living that, which is great. And we defeat Max. There we go. That's it. GG. GG, Max. Ogerpon finished the game up, but Vikavolt was definitely the MVP of that game, getting them 3 KOs. That's pretty awesome. Especially that crit against the Dondozo was clutch as hell. So yeah, anyway, that's the game. GG, Max. Really enjoyed that one. But yeah, as always, if you want to use the team, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.